Good morning, everybody. I would like to welcome everyone to our very short agenda Dutchess County LDC meeting. Jasmine, could you please take attendance?
Cindy,
Here.
Mark Doyle,
Yeah.
Kathy Bauer, here, Dean Sonny here, James McComb,
Here.
Don Sagliano,
Here.
Alfred Dunn.
Here.
I just want to remind everybody of our conflict of interest policy. If there's any matter that comes before us that you feel you may have a conflict of interest in, please let us know right away and state the conflict. And does anybody have any conflict as of right now? Okay, if one occurs during the meeting, please let us know. Sarah, are there any bills and communications?
No.
The only communication I would like to just show everybody, just as an example of one of the reasons why Sarah has asked for funding a compliance officer. This is a booklet that has to do with one part of the Eastdale project, one phase. This is a legal document that we get. And so we receive multiples of these during the year. And Sarah and her team right now have to go through this to make sure that it's accurate and to make sure that we follow all the legal requirements in this phase of this project. So I just wanted everybody to see, what one of those looks like. Okay, approval of minutes from the October 11th meeting. Did everybody have a chance to take a look and see if there was any changes that needed to be made?
I actually have it correct.
Okay,
So it's on the first page where it's also present. It says Elizabeth Capolino, counsel. So, but Elizabeth was not here and Don was here, so correct it with Don Capolino.
okay.
Didn't need a haircut.
Okay, any other corrections? Could I get a motion to approve the minutes as modified by Sarah? Got Mark, all right, thank you, Kathy and Mark. Jasmine, would you please take the roll call, please?
Kathy Bauer, approved, Dean Sonny
Approved.
James McComb,
Approved.
Don Sagliano, Alfred Dunn,
I wasn't present.
Cindy.
Approved.
Can you do a
I
vote?
think it's above.
You vote? Or would you like to vote or not?
No, I did.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure you have.
I didn't just
Yeah, understand.
understand,
Okay, all right. So, report of treasurers or financial report?
Yes, looking at the balance sheet, we have cash of 3.1 million. You go down, there's a large receivable of 123,000. 121,000 is the county that we will be presenting for approval. Looking at the P&L. We had income of 1,267,000 to a budget of 926,000. So we're favorable by 341,000. Total expenses of 931,000 to a budget of 1,273,000. So far favorable by 343,000. Net income is 336,000 to a budgeted loss of 347,000. So right now we're favorable by 683,000. And this is again 10 months against a 12-month budget.
Yes.
Is there anything in the next 2 months that's gonna erode into the actual versus budget over the last 2 months? Is there some large expenses that will actually get posted? I see that there's a deficit in professional service contracts and
Right,
marketing expenses.
those marketing, Sarah, I think.
Yeah, so the marketing expense line 6390 may not be quite as high as budgeted,
Okay,
but everything else should be somewhat in line with.
That's significantly different. Is that you expected to be that?
Yeah, so part of it is, we were supposed to hold a business seminar in October, but we ended up canceling it because of low attendance. So, that's a real large chunk of it. Also too, is we got some, we were able to negotiate some discounts on some advertising, so, that was part of it. And then, but we do have other expenses that are to be used, such as we're just finishing up refreshing our, digital library. We have yet to pay for that, so, but it is going to be less. I am having a conversation with the county now about the, seminar, using the funds for the seminar. If I can use that in the first quarter of 2024 to do a series of webinars in lieu of an in-person seminar.
Okay.
So,
Jane, certainly have had a very good year on the administration side. That's obviously not gonna go away. And the interest income is certainly substantial more than
Right.
what we budgeted based upon interest rates.
Yeah, the interest rate now, I think, is 5%.
5%.
So really, I mean, it was 0.00 something like that.
We were paying the bank.
Yeah.
Very good.
Well, I worked on it. I got it throughout the year.
Okay, anything else? Okay, thank you, Jane.
Mhm.
All right, there's no report of committees or, okay, unfinished business? All right, new business, consideration and approval for third quarter reimbursement. And consideration and approval for third quarter ARPA reimbursement. What does ARPA
it is
stand
the
for?
American Relief,
Rescue plan.
Rescue Act.
Okay. All right, Sarah, do you want to tackle these?
Sure, so, as a reminder, as per our county contract, these reimbursement requests need to be, approved by the board before we can submit them to the county. The county has asked that our third quarter reimbursement be submitted no later than November 15th. So, what you have, in front of you is our third quarter request. So, the first one is our regular county contract, to provide economic development services. We're, basically met all our goals with the exception of releasing 4 new, e-newsletters. One of which was already released, and we've released 3, and the 4th one will be released in December. So we'll be meeting that goal. The other goal that, we may be a little shy on is the increased lead generation by 2%. We may be a little low on that only because, we're seeing a slowdown in the market of, interested projects coming to, just projects in general. And so as a result, we're seeing a slower slowdown in that. But it's, again, I had a conversation with the county, as long as we are able to show in other aspects of the work that we're doing, to make up for that, well, the reimbursement, getting the full amount shouldn't be an issue, which has been an issue because we've been because of the slowdown in business attraction, we've been focusing on business retention and expansion efforts. And so we've increased the number of businesses that we visit, and as well as the technical assistance that we've been providing. So.
Let's see, yeah, there's a lot of business counseling is extremely high and site visits.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are requesting, as Jane had mentioned before, $121,142 for this quarter. For the ARP funds.
Should we approve this one first?
Okay.
Maybe we should, I sort of put them together, but perhaps we should separately. Does anybody have any questions about this first request that we talked about? Okay, would somebody be willing to make a motion to approve it?
I will.
Thank you, Kathy. Can I get a
second?
Thank you, Don. Or Al, I'm sorry. Okay, Jasmine, you can please take a vote.
Approved. Anybody here? Approved. James Capone?
Approved.
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 Approved. Okay, now let's talk about the American Rescue Plan.
So the Rescue Plan Act is simple. We are not asking for any reimbursement this quarter because, as I mentioned before, we had to cancel our October event. So there were no expenses related to that. So this request has, no funds to be reimbursed.
Is that because businesses just are not looking for this type of money anymore, or?
So, no, it's not so much the money, it's the program, we were doing programming and we were bringing, I think part of it, it was the time of year, October was kind of, difficult, and I think location had, talking to other people, the location we chose may have been not as desirable. We had chosen the new BOCES conference center, which is in Pleasant Valley. And based on other people who do events, they say that they get better attendance when the events are on the, like the east, the western border, like Poughkeepsie, Hyde Park, Fishkill. But when they go beyond that, the attendance somehow drops.
Huh.
So, yeah, because we were hoping for about 100 people to attend this, and we had gotten like 36. But the 36 people who had enrolled were very disappointed, and so that's why we're thinking the webinar would be a better approach.
Okay,
But so these funds are use them or lose them type of funds? or
Yeah,
how they-
yeah. So the I'm currently in conversation of if I can use these funds in fourth quarter, meaning secure the company that would produce the webinars for us,
And
and then pay, and then actually have them run in first quarter of next year, they should be okay, but I'm still waiting for a confirmation from the controller whether we're allowed to do that.
pay in advance,
Yeah.
so the owners will be on that to make sure they actually deliver.
But if we don't use it, then we lose this.
but we also don't incur the expenses either, so.
Correct.
Okay, so we don't really need to take a vote on that at all?
No, 'cause we'll-
Okay.
Or actually, we should just in case, we should, right?
Take a vote to what? Not submit?
Or,
Well, we still have to submit the
Okay.
form at
Without-
zero.
Okay, so the motion is to approve the filing of the reimbursement form with the 0 on it.
Yeah.
Okay, could I get a motion to approve that?
So we're-
Thank you.
So
Thank you, Jamie. Jasmine, you just take a vote.
approve,
Trustee Gallo. Approved. Renee Donahue. Approved. James McCollum.
approve,
Ron Carlin.
approve,
Alfred Young.
approve.
Approved. Okay, is there any other business? Okay, at this point, I would like to thank everybody for their attendance for our brief agenda and adjourn the meeting.